Hello and welcome to the Wnn Documentary, Chapter 1, The Creation.
I'm going to be telling y'all the story of how a young 14-year-old kid on a mission changed the world. Ishmael, add some star effects to this since you're doing editing. It's like, add some... Alright, so I started Wnn August 13th, 2017. And I started it because like I felt like rap music was really horrible. Like they needed a group or they needed people who can rap to bring it back. Cause like actually to the people who know me, you know, WN used to be called BRB, bring rap back. That shit was corny as hell. And I changed it to When I Know Him. But yeah, I feel like we needed like a group to like bring rap back, or a collective of just dope rappers. And I felt inspired from like Odd Future, Raider. I can't think of it. I think it's like Raider Clan. I can't think of their name. Raider Clan, something like that. But shout out to them. They got some dope rappers. ASAP. And they had this group at our school called NRK, who like previously like had a collective there or whatever. And I felt inspired by all those people. So I was like, man, I'm gonna start a collective. And guess what? Young nigga started an empire at 14. Not gonna get out, give him morphine.
Yeah, nigga started at 14. Like nigga, I'll give him morphine. These fuck boys annoy me. Yo, bitch really adore me.
I went on a search for some dope rappers or whatever, and some producers, and I just went around my school, was like, hey bro, you rap. And it was okay if they was, you know, trash rappers, because I was trash too at the time. I was just gonna like we was all just like, my purpose was like to just like, we all develop. So like by the time we graduate, we're gonna be like some MF Doom type niggas, like some Kendrick Lamar, Blue, that level of rappers right there or whatever. So yeah, we was all pretty trash, and I was just trying to develop, like my goal was to just develop everyone. And I met Ishmael in this class called Audio Video Tech, which is kind of like a film class or whatever. And we hit it off immediately. When our teacher, like Mr. Littles, shout out to you, Mr. Littles, because without you, there will be WN, but like there wouldn't be no Ishmael. He asked the class, he was like, what y'all want to be when y'all grow up, you know, like some kindergarten shit. So I was like, oh, no, Ishmael was like a producer. So as soon as he said that, bro, like I was like, boom, boom, boom. I ran up to him, I was like, bro, I got this group, know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta join, it's called WNN. And he was like, bet. And at first he was kind of like lenient or whatever. I don't know. At first, I didn't think he was fucking with it. So I was like, all right, you know, whatever. So the next day, I went to his house. We recorded this song called Flying, which was pretty ass, but people kind of, yeah, it was ass. Nobody liked that. Yeah, everybody was telling us to quit, and I was like, damn, bro, we need some more music. So what made it another challenge is that like I left my school, and like it was hard because like the leader's leaving, so how am I gonna know what's going on? That's when Ishmael came up and he was like, hey nigga, I got you. You know what I'm saying? He came up clutch and he started helping me with leading a group or whatever. So when I left, I was like, yo, we gotta get to work fast. We gotta like just, look, we had like clout for being trash, but guess what? Any publicity is good publicity. Alright, yeah. Hate to be that nigga that say that. I don't even know if I said it right, but fuck it. Yeah. So I wanted to capitalize off us being trash. So I was like, hey, let's make another trash. No, I was like, let's make a trash group tape. And he was like, bet, you know. So we started gathering songs for the group tape, and that was it. When it dropped, people liked it, but like it was really just unorganized, just songs thrown together. Like it got, people was listening to it. It had like 3,000 monthly listeners on Spotify and shit. People was listening to it, but it was like, it didn't feel real to me because like we didn't try on it at all. It was just songs thrown together, and we was still known as trash. And once that ended, a new saga began.
The beginning of a new group is never easy. The struggle to get noticed and gain any recognition always puts a dampener on any young artist's career. Here's how WNN got their start and started to make a name for themselves.
So what do you remember about the start of WNN?
Yeah, we was under the bleachers at the football field. We're recording.
And you just like told me that he was like in a rap group or something called Wnn. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Then I heard Katsu was in it. I was like, okay, shit, let me join this bit. That's my dog. So I just sent them like a snippet of my first song, keeping it old school, and they was fucking with that shit, and they let me join this shit.
Y'all niggas was in class, like 24/7, coming up with lyrics and shit, trying to make merch when y'all didn't even make a song. And I was like, shit, I'll make your logo. So I made y'all logo for the first song. That's when your niggas started making music. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh.
Y'all decided making music after I left?
Oh.
Disgusting.
This classroom right here is where it all started. Audio visual tech. A lot of stuff happened here, you know. We had Mr. Littles. He was a teacher for a year, but then, you know, he left. So now we have Mrs. Walker. I wish we could go inside, but we're not allowed.
Starting a group is the easiest part of the process. Recruiting new members, designing the brand of the group, and finding time to make music alongside balancing schoolwork on top of all of this proves a tough task for any newly formed group. Wnn was no different.
I had just shared out to the class in AV Tech that I wanted to be a musician when I grew up because he was asking about careers and stuff. I said, you know what? Yeah, why not? Because, you know, I had nothing else to do. I was like, you know, it might be fun, so I'll do it. And at first, I didn't really plan on staying much time. I didn't plan on staying like as long as I did. But eventually, I started really growing and like growing to love the group. And you know, I just, you know, I realized it was gonna be a long-term thing. So you know, we started working on songs. We worked on Flying, our first song, and it got really negative reception, but we kept pushing because we don't care. But we kept pushing. Eventually, we got enough songs and enough members and stuff, and we released a tape in October called Recess. It was kind of janky, you know. We put it together just like that. We just put a bunch of random songs together, but you know, it still has a special place in our heart because it was our first tape together. And soon after that, I started working on my own first tape,
Moonwatcher.
This concludes Chapter 1 of the Wnn Documentary. I've been Piers. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time for Chapter 2. Chapter 2 Moonwatcher. The very first solo tape on Wnn Records was Katsu's Moonwatcher. Here's his process behind the album.
So this is where my old computer used to be. I used to have the whole thing, just like a big computer, like right here. And right here is where we recorded a lot of stuff. Like no sound protection or whatever. Little mic just held in my hand. And basically sometimes I do this. Grab two pillows, put them right here, and go like this with the mic right here and record like that. So I can use the pillows as, like, I guess, sound absorbing or whatever. This is the beat from Dead Sleep, one of the first songs on Moonwatcher. Really, to me, kind of the song of the Moonwatcher that really, like, gave the whole vibe of what I was going for on it. And this was, like, one of the first beats I did make for Moonwatcher. I made this right after Recess came out. I came up with this bass line. It was like... Added a lot of glisses and stuff in it. Boom, boom, boom. You know, whatever. Then I had like the secondary bass line of a different, like a synth or something. I'm not sure what the instrument was. It was like. And I added a kick and a snare and a hi-hat. And so I had that along with the sample. So it was, but I still felt like it needed more momentum. So I added this like synth that would just kind of build up and go down and build up and go down. So it was like, you know, and it just gave the whole thing more momentum. And it really, so like to me, especially like stuff like this, just gave it more space and made it feel like you were going into a different universe or something. I'm not sure, I don't know, but like I wanted to go in hard on the verse, so I was like,
fucking up a cause in the worst dream, and a couple of my dreams in the worst thing. The only time I dream is in my sleep, so I'll never go to bed, so I leave. But I know that I'm fucking myself up and I can't breathe. Couple of minutes and I'll be right up in the backseat.
I did like a delay to the snare to make it like go onto both sides, you know, and then the whole thing just kind of. I really wanted to like it to be big and like so pause. So that just kind of set the mood and like feel like the whole vibe for what I was going for on Moonwatcher. And after this, like all the songs, I just feel like Moonwatcher had a sound to it that was like distinguishable compared to the rest of my albums. I mean, obviously the other albums, you know, had other sounds, but like this had a certain sound to it. And I feel like it was good for WNN because, well, it kind of started showing that each individual one of us, we have our own individual sound. You know, I had this type of sound. Kesh soon after came out with something and it had its own type of sound. You know, all our members we had our own individual sounds, and this kind of showed that.
All right. Chapter 2, we're gonna be talking about how, you know, Ismail dropped the first tape for WNN, the first solo tape for WNN, Moonwatcher or whatever, you know. That was a big milestone for us when he dropped that tape, because I was featured on like 2 songs on that, and after he dropped that, you know, I started going in and started, you know, recording a whole bunch of songs. When he dropped Moonwatcher, that's when like I guess I kind of like started clicking with music more, and like I started like taking it more seriously. I ain't gonna cap, he inspired me to go hard. I mean, we both got that relationship where it's like, you know, he dropped something, I gotta just follow up with it, you know, another tape. That's why like usually our tapes is usually like close. Yeah, all of our tapes has been close together. Off topic, whatever. I listen to it. Like, I think that's his best tape to this day. To this day.
To this day. To this day.
And yeah, Ismail, the rest is yours.
You know what? We gotta get some more. Alright, phone. Oh man, it's really hot. After I came up with the title, I was like, you know what? I really need like a dope album cover for this. What I wanted to do was come out here when there was a full moon and basically have a picture of me on a full moon. But there was no full moon until like after the day that I was supposed to release it. I put my phone on the ground, stood right here, looked up into the sky, and took the picture. That's literally it.
Love me when I'm gone.
Hey, what's up, Kesh?
What's up, dog?
Hey, how you been, man?
Good. I listened to your album last week, though.
You liked it?
Hell yeah. You just keep grinding, dog. You're real good, man. I fuck with you.
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot, bro. You've helped me out a lot.
And you know, WNN over the eyes too, so.
Hell yeah.
You know, man, just keep grinding. You know, stay humble. You know, I'm gonna catch you later.
Yeah, man. Same to you. Catch you later.
Alright, bro.
Chapter 3. The Return.
I'm talking about like record like 10 songs from now.
I mean, if you do them correctly every time, then yeah.
Can you stop with that? What the hell are you doing?
After a break, the group started to get together to make more music. Kesh and Katsu were finding new members to add to the group. On the app called Vamper, they found artists such as Monster and Juliet, alongside artists such as Legacy and Cam the God. The group really started to find more members and release more music. The collab tape, Attention, came out, alongside projects from Kesh, Katsu, and Cam, all in the group at the same time. The group was slowly starting to build a big collection of tapes and a huge portfolio of songs, and really beginning to show the versatility amongst the group.
After Moonwatcher, when second semester came around for school, Kesh came back. And it was like, whoa, what? Because like, he was a completely different person. He had like a whole different energy. It's like he was changed. And like right away, he was like, let's get to work. And I was like, bet. So we got to work right away. I put out my tape 8, which he was featured on. We started getting new members. I found an app called Vamper. Basically, you can like talk to artists and different people you might want to collaborate with. I told Kesh about it, and he was like, "Oh, bet." And let me look for some people. And so we found 2 people, Monster and Juliet. And we started working with them. And then soon, like when summer started, we started on Detention, which was, I guess, basically the sequel to Recess, because, you know, it has that whole like the school theme. And we got to write to work with it. You know, we had Cam, we had Doc, we had Rashawn. That was basically WNN at the time. We just got right to work, and we got it done that summer and put it out August 13th, anniversary of WNN, coming soon. If you're watching this on the day it's uploaded, then it's today. So happy birthday, WNN. Soon after that, you know, I started working on my next tape, which was Hours. I worked hard on it, but it did not come out good. I didn't have my mic at the time. All I had was some crappy like headset mic that didn't work, so I just basically recorded on my phone. And I was just disappointed with how it came out. And I was like, you know what, I have to get to work with it. Get to work with a new great album. Kesh was like, I'm working on my album too. I was like, oh shoot, bet. Let's drop them like back to back.
Yo, what's up? It's Legacy, you know what I'm saying? I'm in this bitch, you know, documentary, you know what I'm saying? How about I join? I joined like beginning of freshman. It was this little Snapchat group chat shit. It was like the first one. I guess everybody forgot I was in that hole because like I guess I was hating like fuck, bro. I'm like, okay. I was fucking like niggas was like I was hating like fuck, bro. I told them niggas. I told everybody that's not like wasn't in the group like right now that they not gonna make it, and them motherfuckers not even in the group right now. So it was like then I think I left the group chat, but like they was telling me just leave. And I just fucking left. So I guess I got kicked out. Then I was in there for a little while, and I started arguing with like everybody in this bitch. So it's like, damn. And then one night I got a call, and like I was on Discord with Kesh, and like we was on that hoe for like 2 hours. We was looking at houses and shit. And the nigga was like, hey, you ever thought about coming back to the W? I'm like, you know, I don't know, man, I don't know. And I ended up saying yeah. And at the time, I've been like chilling with my new Cortez. I used to be recording at his house because I guess I was like mad at him or something. And like we was just chilling. I like started, you know, to like try to like get him into making music because I seen that he can really write. Right now, he can still write. He like he's a real good artist. I said he's not using his potential. And I called Cortez up. I said, hey, bruh. I'm in WNN again. And that nigga was like, oh, you fucking dumbass. Because he had been, bruh, when I tell you, he was like the biggest fucking hater. He was like worse than me, nigga. I said, hey, why don't you join? He was like, I don't know, bruh. This shit get fucking boring or whatever, I'm leaving. And you see where that nigga's at right now.
So, I came up with the album. Well, I didn't. Well, I kind of did, but I came up with the album. I was at Kesh house recording for an hour straight. He was like, dude, I got some beats. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I didn't like want their help, not to sound like selfish or sound like anything bad, but I wanted to like do it for myself, you feel me? Don't get mad at me. Do not get mad at me. I was only using YouTube beats. I know it's bad. Like they were making beats, but like I didn't want to like ask them for anything. You feel me? I didn't want to seem like me or anything. Yeah, and then I didn't know what to call it, so I just wanted to call it like I was like, dang, what am I feeling right now? And I was like, love, rage, and hate. all at the same time.
I said my eyes connected to my dog chain, my heart's connected to my ball mains. I said my eyes connected to my dog chain, my heart's connected to my ball mains.
I came back from New Orleans or whatever, because I was, you know, out there for a little minute. Yeah, I get back to Georgia. I hit up Ishmael. I was like, yo, we gotta get back to work on music and like new stuff, bro. Cause like I knew the stuff we was like at the pace we was going, like we weren't gonna be anywhere. So I was like, we gotta start making music fast. We gotta start dropping a whole bunch of stuff. And at the time, Ishmael already dropped Moonwatcher, so it was like he was good on his side, but like the group side and my side, like we wasn't doing shit. So I was like, we gotta start speeding up. I started adding more members because at the time it was just me and Ishmael doing stuff, and like nobody else was helping for shit. Well, Cam was already in the group, but he was just at like an alternative school the whole time, so it was like we didn't really talk. When summer came around, I started helping Cam with his tape, Love Rage Hate, which was like a 5-song EP or whatever. You know, it's pretty good. Just to, you know, for starting out, it's pretty good, not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Your boy was in there like, hey, bro, Cam, bro, you gotta start working on this tape, you know what I'm saying? Because look, I had to like start pushing the members, because like, if I don't push them, Cam dropped Love Rage Hate. That was like kind of a small milestone for us, because like, all these tapes is really just like building a whole group's catalog, whether it's good or not. But you still like, whether it's good or like if it's bad, you're still gonna have a catalog, like no matter what it is. Because like when people look at Wnn, they're gonna see like a whole line of just mixtapes or whatever. Ishmael was telling me about this app called Vampire or whatever, and that's where I met Monster and Juliet. But at first, they wasn't responding to a nigga, so you know, I had to be a stalker, you know what I'm saying? Find their Instagram, and I got Monster Juliet, asked him to be in the group. He recorded Detention, but the thing was, like, he got kicked out and let in so many times. Just like, at the time, he was like our supposedly manager, and he ended up getting fired like a day later because he did some dumb shit. After that, Ishmael dropped Hours, and the rest is the next chapter.
Chapter 4. Godspeed and the Half Dream. In December 2018, 2 huge projects for the group dropped. Godspeed by Kesh and the Half Dream by Katsu. 2 excellent tapes, which showcase each artist's talent excellently.
November 2018, I was, you know, moving on from my last tape, because I was kind of like upset with my last tape, because I was like, dude, that came out terrible. That was not at all what I needed. So I was like, I need a new style, I need to redesign myself. Self-made, meaning not, ooh, hold up, okay, anyway. I started on a new tape. Originally, I wanted to call it Insomniac, and it was gonna be kind of a dark sounding tape. But I was like, you know what, I'm gonna change it up. So I named it The Half Dream, and made a whole new concept for it. It was like all kind of like love songs and singing and stuff, instead of being a more dark, rappy like tape, basically. And then I was like, yo, Kesh, I'm starting on a new album. Like, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be my best work. He was like, me too. Then like he went and recorded like in like a weekend. Just recorded and then mixed and mastered his tape. And then me, over like a few weeks, I recorded and mixed and mastered my tape. And then we released them literally like a week apart. Every song I feel like kind of meant something. And like I had like a little skit where I was kind of like, the first song was Down, where it was like me kind of talking about how I'm like feeling about life right now. I'm talking to God in that song. And then like this dream sequence is like a little skit right after that. It's like me, I'm like falling into sleep, falling into my dreams, whatever. And then Fade, it's like kind of me like telling you like, come into my dream, like this is my dream world. Like, are you ready? And then basically all the songs after that are just basically my dreams. Just like all the stuff I think about when I'm dreaming, the stuff that's going through my mind when I'm dreaming. Yeah, basically all the songs are kind of just me in my dream. And then like the song, well, the second to last song, Wake Up, is me waking up. Then like after that, I just put Trail of Death at the end of the tape, because I felt like that was just a perfect way to just like close it out, basically. Just the whole process between that of just that tape was just me trying to, you know, put out my best work, basically. Just trying to, and the purest way I could find to do that and put out my best work was to just do my dreams, because I have a lot of dreams, you know?
Chapter 4 is the beginning of the Godspeed and the Half Dream era, and this was like huge for us. This is when I started going really hard into music. Like, that's when I started like getting on my grind. I'm Kesh. Yeah, all right, but anyway, Godspeed and the Half Dream, that's like when WNN or what I say was like at its peak, but we still at our peak right now because we doing this documentary and we got a tape coming, so what's up now? Ishmael was like, he's working on a tape, and at the time I was already like getting everything straight to start working on Godspeed. Me and him had a conversation about it and we planned to drop our tapes back to back. I ended up dropping Godspeed first and he dropped the Half Dream second. With Godspeed, I got the name from this Mac Miller song off of Good AM. Like the song is just like one of my favorite songs ever. I'm a huge Mac Miller fan and the whole tape is just kind of like recovering, I would say. Like it's just shout out to Eminem, bro. It's like a recovery. Well, I guess like recovery. Shout out to Eminem, bro. Not to go off topic, but yo, why do so many people hate on recovery, bro? That's like a good album. And I feel like if I compare my album to that, like niggas gonna be like, oh shit, your album ass, bro. It's recovery. Like, man, like yeah. One thing I would say about the album is that like it wasn't finished. Like I feel like I could do way better, but like I feel like the first 5 songs was amazing on that album. Like some songs, I don't know if I would top. Once it like kind of started going towards the end, it's like kind of started slowing down because it's like the outro was amazing. But like when it started going towards the end, it's still good though. I feel like Godspeed's still one of my best tapes out. Fuck. Cut that, Ishmael. Break Before Day is still my best tape in my opinion. I recorded Godspeed at Cortez's house. I mean, I really could have recorded it at my house, but I recorded it at Cortez's house, and I recorded it one day, mixed and mastered it the second. Yeah, mixed and mastered it the second day. Godspeed dropped. Ishmael dropped the Half Dream, and I already knew before I even like posted Godspeed because I was dropping my tape first, and you know niggas be dick grinding Ishmael. This tape gonna have to be amazing, bro, because I can't settle for coming in second place. People are gonna be like, yo, this is a group, you can't have competition. I'm not here to be coming in second place, bro. I gotta be first, bro, and you know I stand by that. So I had to compete with Ishmael for Half Dream. Half Dream was really amazing. I think it's still his best tape to this day. Said it again, to this day. But yeah, I think it's his best tape to this day. Damn, why do I keep saying that? One thing I would say is like he had a whole lot of features. Godspeed only had one feature. CJ, shout out to Corleone. Half Dream, in my opinion, is his best work. I felt like very inspired listening to it because it's like that's just beautiful, bro.
Godspeed, that shit was like it was different from anything that he had ever put out, and it was crazy because it was like wow, this man came a long way. But that shit was like it was deep. I felt the shit too. But yeah, that shit it was like I felt that shit was like oh goddamn. Now the Half Dream, what I thought about that, it was like I liked all the songs in there really, but it was like it just felt like it was nice. I could just listen to it. It was smooth.
Godspeed was it gave me that like some Kid Cudi, some galactic vibe. You feel me? And like I thought it was definitely different. It was I think I made it in a weekend, nigga. That's crazy. So I mean I fuck with Godspeed, and then Half Dream on the other hand was like it was very emotionally it was sad, especially because the context behind it, you know. I'm sorry, but yeah.
Like that tape is just like a completely different sound. So like whatever he made before that, like it was good, but it's like this is like it felt like an album. Like it had like a whole concept to it. It had like he had like a robotic voice like intro where it was kind of like asking him questions about his day and stuff, and then like flashing like it's like it's just kind of it felt like almost like it feels like a book. It tells a story, and that's what I really like about it. It feels like an album. It feels concise, and it has like a whole story to it. He said Moonwatcher was still my best tape to him. I still think like this is still his best tape, and like to this day.
I guess this is for sure.
Chapter 5. The For Sure era.
See on the track, someone tell me who's that. God motherfucker can't say it for a fact. Just not run this, I ain't in it for the fame. These other niggas lame, no I'm not playing game. Yeah.
We at school looking for administrator, I'm in your girl legs like a vibrator, call me Cass, I'm a young pussy slayer, call me Cass, I'm a young pussy slayer, got a chopper, let it spray, nigga get it any day, move bitch get out of my way,
Yeah, that's it. Alright, in and off this verse with some heat.
Ooh.
Any nigga come up, suck my meat. That shit tastes good. That
Get the fuck up.
tastes good. Yeah.
Shit, it's WNN Cash. I mean, I'm gonna be talking. Yeah, redo.
Nah, we just gonna have it raw. Come on, keep on going. Take two. Alright, I'm still.
A message for any young artist out there. Don't jump into anything. Be aware of labels. It can go wrong. Here's a story of how it can go wrong. Hello there, this is Piers. I've been narrating this whole thing. This is my last narration. I just want to say thanks for watching, thanks for listening to my stupid voice. It's very late here, that's why it's getting progressively worse. But shout out to the boys, Wnn, for helping me out, believing in me, and supporting me through this journey of music. Thank you.
I'm not sure if it was like right before or right after, but Cortez joined, and I was like, whatever, okay, a new member. I'm pretty sure this dude was hating on us before. He joined, and soon after, Kesh told me, yo, his mom's gonna start managing us, or wants to start managing us. Can you come to his house? And I was like, back then, well, my parents definitely didn't let me go anywhere. And so I was like getting frustrated because my parents just wouldn't let me go, and then they were gonna start going places together and stuff. And so I was like, I'm holding them back. So I was so frustrated. But then her and Cortez both came to my house and they had a meeting with my dad. After that meeting, my parents, they started letting me go. It's just like that. So my dad, first day, he took me to their house. He actually stayed there for a little bit, I guess just to see what we were doing. And we recorded, I'm not sure, I don't even remember what we recorded that first day, but we recorded some stuff, just worked on some stuff. And we were just recording in a room in her house, just on some mic in a closet. And I think on Keston's laptop. And so we were just doing that. And soon after that, we got a demo ready for 3 songs, which was Ooey, Be Free, and Death Note. So we had these songs just as demos. And so pretty soon after that, she booked us it was just a quick little set. We did 3 songs, and soon after that we had another performance. So we were like, oh crap, we gotta grind on this, we gotta get our performance down. And then we did our second performance, right? This performance was pretty good. It was our first real performance. There was actually we were on a stage and there was actually people. So Monster, he came down all the way from Texas to perform with us at the show. So Corey is the head and owner of For Sure Entertainment. And For Sure Entertainment is basically the independent label that we were going to be under. Also, I forgot to mention, we were doing a boot camp, Dominique's boot camp. It's like a boot camp for artists and helps artists develop and helps them with being able to perform for a long time, It was very hard. Some days weren't as hard, but we just ran a lot. We did tire exercises. We did these exercises where we had to, on a bench, we had to step onto a bench, step off, step on, step off, and 100 times, and it was ridiculous. So basically when summer started, around that time, early May, we recorded a music video for Be Free. And, the video didn't come out great. We had to wait a while to get it, and it didn't really come out how we really wanted it to. We were like, we got to schedule for another one to be filmed. Later in that summer, around June, we went and we recorded Be Free again, this time with George Watson and Capers, and we recorded it, and it was dope. It was a whole studio, a complete white background. They had the quasar or whatever, and it was just dope. It was awesome. The video, and we got the video back pretty soon. It wasn't super long, and it was awesome. The video was amazing. The thing is that somewhere it just felt like we really wanted to start releasing our own music and stuff, because we hadn't released anything since 3-4F, which it barely even had all the songs we wanted to be on there. They had to remove 4 songs on there, and so that was one thing we really had an issue with. That same day that we recorded the music video for Be Free, Journey, another artist she was being managed by Corey as well, but she wasn't under For Sure, but she also recorded a video called Get Free. Be Free, Get Free. So we had kind of a release party for the Be Free video and for the Get Free video. First, Journeys came first. We're we're gonna go out and support, you know. But when we got there, they were kind of like, oh, can you like help out with a few things? And I was like, yeah, we'll help out. You know, we helped set up some cups, put some like kind of posters to tell people like that this is the place to go. Yeah, we helped set up, but then they were like telling us, oh, you gotta go tell people in the parking lot like where to park and help people park and let people in to the gate and everything. So we're like, okay, I didn't know we were gonna be like doing all this, but all right, we'll help out. But then like they started giving us like brooms and telling us to go sweep, and we were like, we're not here to like work. We're supposed to be here to like come and support, aren't we? But then they were telling us, no, you're here to work. And people just kept coming up to us and being like, oh, help me with this, help me with that. And we're like, okay, like we don't work here. This isn't our responsibility. And then Journey's sister or someone like that, we disrespected them and like because we didn't want to help or whatever. So Journey was telling us, you know, we got to respect people that are older than us and stuff. You know, we kind of just started getting into an argument with her because she was like just telling us we were being disrespectful or something. But then Corey came in, broke it up, and was telling us that, you know, we got to stick together. If one of us blows up, then the rest of us blows up or something like that. And it's like, okay, no, we're gonna blow up on our own. But you know, we were like, okay, you know, we were upset that day because the video came out without us knowing and everything. We were already upset about that, and then all this happening. So we were like, you know what? Okay, whatever. Let's just go home, or whatever. It was late night. It was almost like midnight, and then Journey wanted to have like kind of a conversation with Cortez's mom, which was our manager at the time. Journey started like disrespecting Keston, telling him that like his mouth is the reason why he's like not living with his like granddad. Okay, that's his own personal business. I don't know like why she was trying to get into his own personal business. And so then Keston was like, okay, well either she leaves or we leave. And then she was like, why would she leave? And then Journey started laughing and stuff. And so Keston was like, you know what, we're out. And so I was like, bet. And so we left. He was like, I'm going back to Louisiana. And I was like, bro, I don't want you to leave, bro. You gotta stay. We gotta stick together. And he was like, no, bro, I can't like associate with her. I'm going somewhere else. I can't be living here. And so the next morning, you know, Corey had sent a message asking us if we were gonna leave or if we were gonna stay. We had to answer then. And so we decided we're just leaving. You know, there's too many things. You know, we didn't have our freedom. We didn't feel like we were respected. All of these things that we had like built up over time. And at first, you know, it was like they just kept coming at us, trying to talk with our parents and stuff. And eventually we were just like, you know, Keston talked to Corey and was like, let's make a call, try to resolve some of this. In the end, we just ended up saying, you know what, we'll release a song separately or something, or it'll be under their name or something. It's for the better. We'll just leave them and, you know, we'll stay with George, our manager, because he's the one who actually like understands us and was like actually like helping us. And so that's basically where we are now, you know. We're with George now. Way better than for sure. Like, best thing for us to do was just leave. Like, obviously now, Keston's in Louisiana, so that sucks. We're still putting in the work. He's still putting in the work. I'm still putting in the work. We're still getting this done.
We used to go to Cortez's house a lot to record and just, you know, hang out and do a lot of dope things or whatever. One time, his mom had heard us recording a song, I guess, and she wanted to work with us, and she said she's in the industry and she knows people that could help us. So we got on a group call, you know, and she just became our manager. That was kind of weird, like this nigga's mom's our manager and shit. She got us our first show. We pulled up in a Sprinter, yo. That was dope, I ain't gonna cap. But all this good stuff was happening with the group or whatever, and like, why are they doing this? You know, what's your motive? Where your backbone, nigga? Where your code at? We got old school ways we exposed that. Shout out to MCO, so Perfect 10. DJ Mustard too. We was getting a whole lot of good stuff done. Like, good stuff was happening with the group. We was making a whole lot of dope music, you know. I mean, we was making dope music before, but around this era, like January of 2019, that's like when we started clicking, and every song we was making was amazing. She introduced us to her business partner or whatever, who owns the label. I guess we was working with them or whatever. We was working with this independent label. Basically, we didn't have the same vision. It's like they wanted us to be this positive boy band, you know, be free. No, we was not going for that. Like, we was going to dance practice, like, no, what is that shit called? Choreography. We was going to that shit. We did not have the same vision. So, like, for months, we went with the flow. And at the end of the day, like, I knew what was going on. Like, I'm educated. Like, I did my research. I studied the game. I knew why they was doing all this stuff to us. I knew what was going on. They wanted to, I guess, keep us locked in. They was getting us shows. We was doing all this. We did music videos, stuff like that. We weren't allowed to, like, be ourselves with our music. Like, we couldn't curse. Like, we couldn't do anything. It was like we had to be like this kids bop group, and we did not have the same vision at all. I mean, this era is dope. I mean, this is like when we started making dope music. Like, every song was dope, but things wasn't going good. On the outside, looking in, it's like, damn, this shit's amazing. Like, y'all living on a dream or whatever. Y'all got this and this going on, but like on the inside, when you really can't make whatever you want and you're being like constricted, that shit sucks, bro. We ended up getting a new manager. Shout out to my homie George, bro. You the man, know what I'm saying? Me and him has the same vision. Like, the group has the same vision. Like, he lets us make what we want. Like, come here. My little brother's right here, by the way.
What's up?
All right, yeah, that's what I was saying. He understood us. He was up to date, like, music and what was going on in this generation. He was up to date. He understood us. We left for sure because that just wasn't for us. Like, let's say, I'm gonna put it like this. They did some industry stuff. I'm not gonna say it was on like some Death Row, Suge Knight type stuff, but like, you can't do this. You know, we own these songs, and we let them have it at the end of the day. So, for sure, the era of great music, I guess, getting our feet wet, I guess, and yeah.
I'm back. Yeah, I know my hair looking kind of iffy, but you know what I'm saying? Legacy back in this bitch on the fucking documentary, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. See, I'm the reason y'all niggas here. Y'all want to see me. Not for real. Let's see. The For Sure Entertainment era or whatever they call it. There was Cortez's mom had been her manager at the time, and I guess she was working with this label, or they were trying to build their own label, and it was this thing called For Sure Entertainment. And so essentially we were doing a whole bunch of stuff with her, and she was trying to get us, you know, like, to sign to label, right? And fucking that shit, it was like, at first it was like, okay, and then we started seeing some some signs. It's like, nah, because we was trying to promote the label more than the artist, and it was like, I'm not going for that bullshit. And it's like, what the fuck? That's literally like screwing us the fuck over and shit. So it's like, not for real. But it was like, hell no, I'm not doing that shit. But it was like, we went back and forth with this man named Corey, which was the head of the whole thing. He was the owner of it. And then he's like talking about all the legal shit. Since he bought the beat, he owns the song or whatever the fuck. But I mean, we eventually came to an agreement, which I don't think I can disclose that agreement on here, but you know. But yeah, we came to an agreement, and fucking, yeah, I mean, and since his mom was with the shit, I guess, she thinks fucking, alright, so Corey, the head of everything, right? He had got us a new manager, like, in the middle of it, and fucking, yeah, he got us a new manager, and I guess Cortez's mom didn't know. So now, to this day, which leads into the next era, you can cut right here and cut back into this. No, cutting it. Hold on, wait. Cut here and then cut into.
Chapter 6, we're independent. Alright. So basically, for chapter 6 is like when we started, like, we left For Sure. We're independent artists now. We're not signed to nobody. We left. And yeah, we left For Sure. We started working on our own stuff, and we made it clear that we're gonna start like doing our own thing or whatever. So when we left, I got to work on a new tape called Break Before Day. Ishmael was working on Insomniac, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all that's happening right now, because Chapter 6 is present day. So our manager George is helping us out with some stuff. We got music videos coming, like that's all independent through us. Like we don't need no label help. And like to all artists out there, don't sign to anybody. Don't even bro. That shit, like, that's gonna mess you up mentally and like your music career, bro. But like yeah, we're independent now, making our own music. We got a tape coming. This documentary is when you're watching this, I think our tape should be out, but our tape is full of dope songs, and that's the end.
Yo, so I'm in the stew. You feel me? But currently now we're in Chapter 6. Okay. This is current day. We've left For Sure Entertainment. To all you new artists out there, don't get, I guess, if a label or something comes to you, even if it's like kind of a smaller label and you may not think that like it might like be bad or it might help you, stay independent for as long as you can. Build yourself up and then worry about that, because it's not what you think it'd be. And but now because like now we're working on our own stuff. We have our freedom to be who we want to be, and kind of we just have freedom, and then we can keep building up our fan base in the way that we want to build it up. And then once we have that, we can work on if we want to sign to someone or not. Our manager George, he's helping us out. He's helping us out a lot with that. Giving us our full creative freedom. He's just being a great manager. Shout out to George. But I soon after we left, I released my tape Insomniac. Kesh released his tape Break Before Day. Both tapes, amazing tapes. You feel me? New stuff coming real soon. When you watch this video, either the tape should already be out, or if you're watching this on the day it came out and the tape didn't come out today, it's coming out on Friday. I don't know if that's confusing, but tape soon, okay? Or it's already out. One of the two. But it's gonna be full of dope songs. I think Kesh said that. I don't know. It's full of dope songs. That's all you need to know. So yeah, doing it forever.
Alright, now this is the present day era. No, but fuck. Corey had got us a new manager, and Cortez's mom didn't know, and to this day she's kind of pissed off about that because she thinks that we betrayed her. In reality, we didn't do shit. Literally, we was just making music and shit, and we got a new manager, and now she thinks, oh, we fucking betrayed her or some shit, and she's still mad at us and shit, and it's like, what the fuck can you do? And she's not listening to us, or even her fucking son. So it's like, you got something going on with Corey, probably. I'm just saying. I'm probably gonna hold back the most punches in this shit than anybody else, just saying. Yeah. But right now, me, as an individual, I am working on a tape. I am working on some singles. I am doing features, my nigga. I'm back into the groove of my shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, but I'm back in the groove of shit. Yeah. That's pretty much it. I'm not gonna give you a date when it's dropping, but it's gonna drop. It's gonna fucking drop, my nigga. Alright. But, yeah. That's pretty much all I got. Cause I'm not that mean of a person. I could go into even more detail, but I'm not gonna. I'll let Keston or whatever, whoever's gonna do that shit, cause I'm not that type of person. But yeah, I'll see y'all niggas later. Legacy. Yeah. Alright.
We're doing Wnn Documentary, and we want to do some interviews. Do you know Wnn?
Yes.
Why you got some?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know WNN.
Nah, bro, I just want to, yeah.
What do you think about WNN's music?
I know you got that shit in your pocket.
They fire as fuck.
Yeah.
I like their music.
Y'all are pretty cool.
Yeah, that is, bro, for real.
You owe me a dog because I gotta pay for my lunch. You know?
This is a double? Okay,
Yep,
don't
that's a
put that in.
Yeah, a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, their music is it's
No, this much is
cool.
$250.
Fun to listen to.
So, what do you think about some of the big stuff WNN's doing?
They're making big moves. I noticed that their team is doing pretty well. They're all versatile, so.
But your video was nice as fuck. But it's cool, you know. Y'all got subscribe, like.
I mean, I feel like they're like a good community group and whatnot, like that started from the bottom and like they're slowly making their way. Keyword was slowly. I like their music because it kind of like just speaks to everybody and they have a lot of different styles and everything and your hands shaking a lot.
I know, dude. I have Parkinson's. Not literally.
You know, I think it's good. Y'all starting the show though, right? I want to watch that. I'm gonna watch that. You know, I think y'all doing some good stuff out here. I'm tired of this shit. I like it.
Y'all boys are doing great shit. Like I saw the new Be Free music video. That shit was dope. Y'all make sure to go check that out. Go drop a like.
And then they keep on grinding, man. That shit's always be hard. The day gonna go long and hard. 100%.
Bet.
Just yesterday that I saw your face and now you're gone away. Memories wasted. Why you stay? Why you stay? Why you stay? Why?
And I can't shake this feeling in my bones. And now you can't take this feeling all alone. What is left? What is left of me? What is left? What is left?
Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing?
I thought it said, see you in person.
We're not normal, brother. We're not normal.